What is up, everyone? Regulus64 for another Regulus Ramble, where I just sit down and talk about whatever is on my mind about video games, or not even video games. I have other hobbies too. Maybe I might make videos on that. Anyways, today we're talking about the Nintendo Switch 2 again. I promise not all my videos are going to be about the Switch 2, but it's what's kind of hot right now, and I want to weigh in on my opinion. So, what am I talking about today? I'm talking about the Nintendo Switch 2 key cards. I believe that's what they're called. For those who don't know, a key card is this new thing Nintendo's doing that's replacing the good old code in a box that everyone loved so much. Being sarcastic, obviously. So, the code in the box was you'd buy this physical game, open it up, and there would be a key in it that you would go on the eShop, type that in, and download the game. Instead of doing that, that key will be on a physical Switch cartridge that you put in. It will call out to a server, download it, and you'll be using that as like pretty much a key to unlock that download file. So there's actually no game on it. That's what a key card is. I do think it's a lot better than just a simple code in the box. Here's some positives about the key card. You can actually share that key card with a friend. Hey, you want to borrow my copy of whatever random game, Puyo Puyo Tetris 2. Here's my key card. Back when it was just a code in the box, you can't share that code. That code's a one-time use. It's your license. Poof, code gone after you use it, so you can't share it. So that's a benefit. You can share these games and lend them out. The biggest negative is that it is a download. There's no game on these cartridges. So one day when the Switch 2 servers go down, I know we're talking about that and the console's not even out yet, but let's say 20 years from now, the Switch 2's offline. You put your copy of Puyo Puyo Tetris 2 in, and there's no server. So there's no way to download it, and now that is useless. That's kind of crazy to think about, honestly. You're just buying a paperweight. It's very similar to just buying a digital download game, which is fine for people who want to opt into buying digital downloads. But what about for me when I want to buy my physical game that I want to play 20 years from now? Go back to the Switch 2. I'm a retro game collector. I have a lot of old video games. I still play them to this day, 20-year-old games. I buy them because I want to play them later down the line. I don't want to think about buying a copy of Yakuza 0 on the Switch and then 20 years later I can't just pop that cartridge in because I got a new Switch 2 or something. Or I deleted it to free up space. And then now I'm just kind of out of luck. This really kind of hurts game preservation. Once the servers are done, it's done. You're like, that doesn't work anymore. And I just don't think that's really consumer friendly at all, because it's almost to the point where as a gamer you shouldn't be getting used to own your own games. And even Ubisoft even said that. They said gamers should get comfortable not owning their video games, referring to games going to like a subscription-based service, which is fine. I have Game Pass, it's nice to play new games when it comes out, but I do opt in and buy physical games when I really like a game. Pretty much on the Switch 2, a lot of these games that do the keycard, there's no choice. It's just keycard. Normally you can either download it or buy physical, but in this case, it's pretty much both digital, just in a physical format, and I just don't think that's right. If you release it physically, you should be entitled to play that as long as you want, forever even. You bought it. Like, there's a time limit on it. So one day, you won't even be able to play that game anymore. And that's just, it's just really sad to think about, honestly. Like behind me, I have a bunch of PS2 games. Wouldn't it suck if I just picked off one of my favorite games off the shelf, put it in, and it said, servers are offline, can't load disk? What? then what is it, a glorified paperweight at that point? I buy my games to play them, not to just sit on a shelf to look pretty. Who's doing this? Mostly third-party developers are participating in this. It's a lot of like Sega, Capcom, and Koei Tecmo. All their launch title are keycards. I was really excited to buy Yakuza 0 on the Switch and like physically, but it's just a glorified digital copy. Like I said earlier, Puyo Puyo Tetris, it's a key card. Sonic X Shadow Generations, it's a key card. Street Fighter, key card. Wild Hearts, key card, right? Bravely Default. These are all key cards. And that's just so crazy that we're pretty much going, well, not completely, but we're like, it's a lot of digital on the Switch. And it seems like it's a lot of third-party companies that are doing this. The creators of Cyberpunk fit Cyberpunk and the Liberty City DLC all on one Switch cartridge. If that game can fit on a Switch cartridge, I don't see why Yakuza 0, especially a game like Puyo Puyo Tetris, Sonic and Shadow Generations. Sonic Generations is a PS3 game, and they didn't put it on. Why? It's not that they don't have enough room, it's just money. They want the biggest profit margin they can get, and putting the assets in to put it on a physical cartridge, they just don't see that profitable. And that's really anti-consumer. They should be thinking of the gamer first and their profit second almost. It's good that they can make a profit so we can keep getting these games, but we need the good side of it too. It can't be just all benefit from them, nothing on us. I want a physical copy of Yakuza 0 that I can play 20 years from now on my Switch and not worry that, oh wait, did I download it before the servers went offline? Like, that's crazy. Who else is putting their games on a cartridge? Nintendo, obviously. It would be really weird if Nintendo was doing the key card, and if they do, I'll probably make a video on it, complaining about it. It is confirmed physical editions of Rune Factory Guardians, Story of Seasons, Daemon X Machina in the West will feature the full game on the cartridge. They tweeted that out. So we actually have a lot of these developers actually pushing like, hey, by the way guys, it's all on a cartridge. So the flack that these companies are getting online, it's kind of working because some other companies are coming out of the woodworks just to say, hey, by the way, it's all on the cartridge. So that's how you know they're hearing us. So I won't be buying Yakuza 0 physically on the Switch because I'm not giving them my money to support this key card, because I'm a gamer and I want to own my games, and I'm not going to get used to not owning them anytime soon. That's not going to happen. If I buy a game digitally, then I opted in myself. It's what I chose. When I buy physical, I'm buying it because I want the game. I want to own it. I have more bad news, unfortunately. The key card. Great concept. Better than the code in the box. In that regard, it's better than the code in the box. We're still getting codes in a box, actually. Split Fiction. Code in a box. Tony Hawk. Pro Skater 3+4. Code in a box. So there's other companies that are opting into the worst option still, because it's pretty much a paperweight at that point. It's not like you have to grab it off the shelf and get your game out of it. Just put the games on the cartridges. If Nintendo can put all their games on a cartridge and Cyberpunk can fit on a cartridge, just put your games on the cartridge. Gamers want to own their games. Some people might say, just get used to it. Microsoft and PlayStation do it. You put your game in, it starts downloading immediately. I was actually, at first, was confused by that. Because even when I heard about the key card, I was like, oh, whatever. My PS5 does that, right? On a PS5 disc, the whole game is still on there. You put it into your console and it says copying. That isn't it calling out to a server and downloading it. That's it unpacking it from the disc to install it onto your console for stuff like better load times. Like on a computer, when you have a zip file and it's a small file size, you extract it and it's a bigger file size. That is what it does on the PlayStation and Xbox. People who are saying Microsoft and Sony have been doing it. That's incorrect. They're not. For my knowledge, most of their games are on the disc, and it does this unpacking process. Day one updates, that's a separate thing, but you can buy a game like Baldur's Gate, install all the discs, and 20 years from now to play that game still by installing all those discs because all the data is on it. The more that people decide not to buy, it might wake up Sega, oh crap, no one's buying our crappy key card for Yakuza 0, maybe we should release an actual physical version of it. Alright, I'm gonna just end it there. I didn't have too much to say, I just wanted to vent and rant about what I thought about the Nintendo Switch key cards, that I think it's not really a cool thing, it's very anti-consumer, very anti-game preservation, because we want to make sure we can play these games years to come. I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.